Can you believe that with just a little secret, orchids can bloom 3 times more than usual? Today I'll reveal to you an extremely simple natural fertilizer formula, but with amazing results, helping orchids develop strong roots, sprout quickly, and bloom brilliantly all year round. Before fertilizing or applying nutrients to the orchids, the first thing I always do is prune them. I prepare a clean pair of scissors and gently cut away any damaged or rotten roots. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe buttons to support me and so you don't miss any orchid care tips. It's great to have you as a companion on this journey. If left untreated, these roots can easily develop soft rot, creating conditions for bacteria and fungi to attack the stem and leaves. Next, I observe the base of the plant and remove any old, withered leaves. These leaves may seem harmless, but they are actually a breeding ground for many bacteria and fungi. Keeping them only weakens the plant. After neatly pruning and cleaning all the damaged roots and leaves, I move on to the next stage. Before applying any fertilizer or nutrients, I always take a crucial step, watering first. I use clean water, gently watering the base and roots of the orchid, and leave it for about 15 minutes. The purpose of this step is to awaken the roots, helping the cells in the roots and stem to become active again. Once the roots are evenly moistened and awakened, the orchid will absorb nutrients much better when I fertilize it afterward. I've followed this method throughout my orchid care and have noticed that the plants are much healthier, the roots grow stronger and the leaves turn green faster. Note that the water in the pot must be very clear, like the 2 orchid pots I have here. Clear water in the pot, that is, a pot with clean, well-draining potting mix. Caring for orchids in such conditions allows them to absorb nutrients quickly, develop strong roots, and produce noticeable leaf growth. If the water is cloudy, it indicates that the environment is not clean, and the care will be less effective. Next, I will begin applying fertilizer and nutrients to care for my orchid. Next, I took out a small container to start preparing the materials for my orchid care. And the material here is very familiar to everyone, coffee grounds. These coffee grounds are the leftovers after we've finished brewing coffee. Don't throw them away. Few people realize that coffee grounds contain many nutrients, especially those that help orchids develop roots and leaves quite well. Add about 500 milliliters of boiling water to release the nutrients into the water. Coffee grounds contain a lot of nitrogen, potassium, magnesium, and phosphorus, which help increase resistance, stimulates larger and more vibrant flowers. Then stir well to dissolve the nutrients. After that, cover with a cloth and let it steep. I leave it like that for about an hour. Moving on to the next step, I'll be using eggshells, a very familiar ingredient in the kitchen. Few people realize that eggshells are extremely rich in calcium, which is essential for orchids. It helps strengthen the stem, improve root health, and ensure stable and long-lasting growth. After meals, I thoroughly wash the eggshells and dry them completely. Once dry, I take out a mortar and pestle. Next, I break the eggshells into small pieces, put them in the mortar, and grind them into a fine powder. It doesn't need to be perfectly fine, just a uniform crumb, so that the orchid can absorb the nutrients more easily when used. with just these simple things found around the house. If you know how to use them correctly, your orchid will grow healthier every day. Next, I took out a small container. Here, I only added 1 teaspoon of eggshell powder, just enough for the plant to absorb slowly. I didn't need much. I put the remaining eggshell powder into a clean jar, sealed it tightly, and stored it for later use. With natural ingredients like this, using them sparingly and regularly will keep the orchid healthy and long-lasting. Next, I add about 500 milliliters of hot water to release the minerals from the eggshells into the water, making it easier for the plants to absorb. Then I stir well so that the eggshell powder begins to dissolve, releasing nutrients into the water. Once stirred, I cover the container and let it sit for about an hour. After an hour, my coffee had completely cooled and all the nutrients had been absorbed and dissolved. At this point, I stirred it gently once more to ensure the nutrients were evenly distributed. Next, I prepared a container, placed a filter on top, and filtered out all the coffee grounds. I didn't use the sediment, only keeping the pure liquid. After filtering, I obtained a container of pure, clean, sediment-free coffee liquid, ready to use for orchid care. Next, I brought the orchid pots from the garden out to care for them. I scooped up a cup of the prepared nutrient solution and began wiping the leaves of each plant. I wiped the top surface of the leaves first to remove all the dust, then turned them over and wiped the underside more thoroughly, as this is where mold and bacteria tend to accumulate. Just wipe gently, and the orchid leaves will be clean and shiny. I usually do this once every 2 weeks. Regularly doing this makes the orchids grow noticeably better. Clean leaves allow for better photosynthesis, stronger metabolism, and healthier plant growth. After wiping, seeing the orchid leaves green, clean, and shiny, I knew the plant was absorbing the nutrients very well. Next, I brought the orchid out again, using my familiar soft cotton swab to gently wipe the top of the leaves. On the Blissful Garden channel, you can also find many ways to make homemade organic fertilizers from familiar kitchen ingredients. These are not only cost-effective but also help plants grow sustainably. When the leaves are clean, the orchid absorbs sunlight better, photosynthesizes more efficiently, and metabolism improves, resulting in healthier growth and development. After wiping, the leaves were brighter, greener, and shinier, making the orchid look revitalized. After this step, I set the plant aside and began the next steps in caring for the orchid. While wiping, I noticed quite a bit of dust clinging to the leaves. Next, after letting the eggshells sit for about an hour, I noticed they had dissolved and absorbed evenly into the water. At this point, I gently stirred it again to ensure the nutrients were completely dissolved, then filtered out the sediment. I mixed the resulting clear liquid with the prepared coffee. This added natural calcium to the mixture, which is very good for the orchid's roots and stems. I discarded the remaining sediment, keeping only the pure, nutrient-rich liquid. I stirred it again to combine everything into a liquid fertilizer that is easily absorbed by the plants. Next, I took out a bottle and poured the prepared coffee and eggshell nutrient solution into it. Which country are you watching this video from? Let me know in the comments. It's wonderful that we can connect and chat with each other from all over the world. Then, I began spraying and gently watering the orchid leaves. This is a foliar fertilization method that helps the plant absorb nutrients very quickly, especially during the recovery and vigorous growth phase. As the nutrients permeated the leaves, I noticed the orchid becoming noticeably healthier, with greener, stronger leaves, and increased vitality. With proper care like this, the orchid will grow very vigorously, with both roots and leaves developing evenly. The difference is immediately apparent. This spraying cleansed the upper surface of the leaves of dirt, while the stomata on the underside opened, allowing the plant to absorb nutrients very effectively. The nutrients penetrated deep into the cells, then traveled down to the roots, stimulating stronger root growth. This natural fertilizer also helped limit mold and bacteria, resulting in beautiful, large, thick, and sturdy leaves. Next, I went out into the garden and watered the orchids growing outdoors. With this consistent care, the plants looked much cleaner and healthier each day. I noticed the flower stalks were getting bigger and thicker, the roots were growing stronger, and the flowers would be more beautiful and have thicker petals later on. When watering, I only water around the base and the flower stalks, never spraying directly onto the flowers to avoid damaging the petals. Doing this correctly allowed the root system to develop very well. New roots sprouted and the flower stalks grew stronger and more abundant. Watching the flower stalks sprout, each one growing bigger each day, was truly a feast for the eyes. With proper care and a little patience, the orchids will reward you with a season of vibrant blooms. I poured nutrient solution into the watering can, preparing for the next step. Next, I started watering the orchid directly at the base. I poured the water slowly, evenly watering the roots and growing medium, allowing the nutrients to penetrate deep into the root system. This root fertilization method helps the plant absorb and transport nutrients from the roots to the leaves, and you can clearly see the plant regaining its vitality. During this period, I placed the plant in a shady, well-ventilated spot in the garden to allow it to gradually adapt. After about 20 minutes, I returned and gently wiped the leaves, especially the leaf axils where water and nutrients remained. This is very important because if water is left standing for too long, bacteria and mold can easily develop. At this stage, the nutrients have deeply penetrated the plant's stem, nourishing each cell. After 25 minutes, I gently lifted the orchid out of the lemon and milk solution. After wiping, the orchid leaves were bright, clean, and shiny, making the plant look much neater and healthier. Finally, I returned the plants to its original location in the garden, where there was gentle sunlight and a breeze, so that it could continue to grow and develop naturally and sustainably. After 2 weeks of care, I was truly delighted to see my orchid plant. The leaves are now much shinier, thicker, and larger, feeling firm and sturdy to the touch, unlike before when they were soft and weak. The new shoots are developing very strongly, clearly showing the plant is growing vigorously. Thanks to the sufficient nutrients like calcium, potassium, and phosphorus, the orchid is getting healthier every day. Not only are the leaves more beautiful, but many new roots have also grown, spreading out to the rim of the pot, a beautiful sight. Especially, the flower stalks have started to emerge, signaling that I will soon be able to admire the flowers blooming again. When you care for your plants with patience and dedication, the orchids respond very clearly. Strong roots, thick leaves, and a vigorous plant grow extremely quickly. The plants that were previously weak now have green, glossy leaves, are sturdier, and have evenly and strongly growing roots. Looking at this orchid pot now, I see thick roots, flower stalks constantly emerging, and some plants even producing 2 flower stalks at the same time. The roots penetrate deep into the growing medium to find nutrients, anchoring firmly and nourishing the plant to become healthier and healthier. As long as you provide enough nutrients, water, and light, and put your love into your orchid garden, the orchid will not disappoint you. Its leaves will be lush green, its roots will sprout profusely, it will bloom year-round, healthy and full of vitality. What do you think of this orchid care method? Don't hesitate to leave a comment and share your thoughts. I really want to hear your feedback and experiences. Every share from you is a valuable source of motivation that helps us learn and love plants more each day.